One is the material sense, where she finds a new love and realizes, hey, romance is not just for young maidens. It's for me too. The other side of this coin is, and even possibly through that, probably through that, she will find that there is more within her calling to her that is reminding her of what she truly is, of what romance is from within, a love with God. So a deep spiritual romance, quote unquote, romance that comes from within. Hello, welcome back as we continue taking a look at universal symbols, the psychological profiles of the day, and the gemstones as we follow the sun through the Sabian degrees of the zodiac. Today we're on Taurus Scorpio 28. We're going to begin with Scorpio today. Thanks for being here. Here we go. 28 Scorpio, the king of the fairies approaching his domain, a man who speaks only in meter and rhyme, a man sleeping in a forest wakes to the distant fanfare of fairy trumpets, a building, the only part of it left is the cornerstone, a man learning how a vast library is organized. The stone is Peruvian Blue Opal or Chrysopal Andean Opal. It eases communication, increases confidence, encourages the flow of ideas. Potency to decrease the effect of stress on the mind, body, and spirit. It generates soft, soothing energy to reduce tensions in the body and clear unnecessary thought from the mind. It helps you make use of your gifts and talents unrestrainedly. It helps you see what needs to be done to keep balance and harmony in your life. It promotes deep, restful sleep. It helps with chronic fatigue, and it helps regulate insulin levels, purifies kidneys. It strengthens the memory, boosts the immune system. So beautiful stone. It's the color of the Caribbean Sea. Please check it out. The spelling will be in the description. This degree is about concise communication, a boiling down of an idea, maybe taking a look at structures that have been for a very long time but might be crumbling or going away, or for some reason they need to be redone, rethought, condensing it to the purest essence of what it is. So this speaks to writers, journaling, channeling information that you get and writing it down, poetry. The idea behind it is using fewer words to get to the purest essence of something, preserving a structure through poetry. So this is a degree of scribes, rhyming, and it's not just rewriting or rethinking something, it's completely reconceptualizing something. Transcribing the soul's messages. So an allegiance to within, instead of looking to outward forms or hanging on to outward structures, we're looking within. And there's a lot of talk here. There's not one thing about women. So this is an action degree, or, you know, it's coming from the masculine aspect of things. The king of the fairies, a man who speaks only in meter and rhyme, a man sleeping in the forest awakens, a man learning how a vast library is organized. That is, you know, we're the library, and a deep understanding of who we are and how we operate in the world, being able to see the structures out without, and understanding how we created them from within. So it's a deep understanding of why and how things work, therefore a deep ability to restructure them through our thoughts, through writing them down. So it's the soul communication that's happening when the man in the forest awakens to the fairies. It's hearing the spirit or the nature realm and taking notice of it. So weary of the outward structures crumbling or seeing through their inability to fulfill a deep sense of needing something, and so we look within, understanding that there's a unified power within, a force, one principle, but it all comes from within. Outwardly, it's the idea of a kingship or a queenship. Inwardly, it is the self, the I am, God within, universal oneness within. Let's take a look at Taurus. Taurus 28. A woman in middle life stands in rapt, sudden realization of forgotten charms, in unexpected recovery of romance. A woman, past her change of life, experiences a new love. A woman, pursued by mature romance. A man making candles out of beeswax. A man channeling a set of degree symbols. A ritual gathering to celebrate the completion of a gigantic labyrinth. The stone for Taurus is Morganite. It's a soft pinkish hue associated with innocence, sweetness, romance, love. It is connected to the heart chakra. It brings compassion. It attracts your soulmate. It helps healing and peace when you're faced with grief or a difficult loss. It helps you come to terms with past pain, so you see the meaning and the purpose of it in the larger scheme of your life path. It helps with asthma, emphysema, TB. It is believed to balance the masculine and feminine energy. It's really a beautiful stone. Check those out. This degree is reminding us that there's always a way to begin again. And beginning again does not mean just revolving. It means you can evolve. So revolving would mean, for whatever reason, a romance goes away and you find another one with a different man, different color hair, and a different style of doing things, and that's your revolve. On another level, this is asking us to consider evolution, romance in an evolutionary way, because the woman is realizing that by cutting away many things that made up who she was in life, you know, she's no longer a mother that has to take care of diapers and take kids to school. All that is cut away, and she's left wondering, okay, now what? And all of a sudden, she finds the romance of learning who she truly is, that she has a deep connection to the universal force within, to God within, and finds that life opens up to her in a completely new and beautiful way. There's talk of Vestal virgins in here. They were women who were chosen to be in devotion to the church. They served the community, and they served the rulership at a very high level, and they were priestesses. So this is a woman who is becoming a priestess. This can be this degree. It can come through a new love, and it can come through someone who you meet and you fall in love with them, and somehow they awaken you to this fact. So if that romance falls away in one way, it might be to open you up in another way, in a way of spiritual light within that is far surpassing anything that the material world can bring you initially, but then it can evolve into something that you bring back out into the world. But this is a woman probably about to go into the priestesshood. We're reminded here to put aside thought and jump in. Be spontaneous, even if you may stumble, even if you might fall. don't overthink things here. There's an ability to rise in consciousness and rise above biological limitations, or quote unquote what looks like biological limitations. A woman who is past her prime, quote unquote, that's baloney. What it does is open up a woman to a whole new way of being. It does open up a spirituality. I have found that to be the case personally. And it happened to me in my early 40s. All of a sudden, everything fell away from me in my life. And I just didn't know what was happening to me. But I went on faith. And yeah, it was the beginning of a huge spiritual awakening that has taken many years to unfold. It's still doing it. And it started with first everything falling away. Second, falling in love with someone who opened me up in such a way that I had never been opened up before. You know, my heart, my body, everything changed. My entire perspective on life changed. And it opened me up to a spirituality that I just didn't even know existed. So leave a comment if you have experienced this. So this is a degree of re-beginning, that if something has fallen away, don't try to hang on to it. Let it go and open up to the bigger meaning. You know, this is a cosmic explorer degree, someone who's about to really get their mind blown in a whole new way, which is beautiful. It's kind of scary, but it's beautiful at the same time. So just let go and let it happen if it's happening in your life. Be open to that idea on this degree, on this day. Small things have big meanings. This is someone who sees the beauty in everything. So spreading light, spreading knowledge, beeswax candles, channeling a set of degrees, that's what we're talking about. It's being in tune with nature, it's being in tune with the stars, it's feeling things at a very deep level, being able to see the cosmic structure of material things is available here. Condensing memories into a tiny, tiny distilled essence. So seeing the beauty in small things and being open to mature romance, you know, whatever that means. That could mean several things, but it means more than an older woman finding love. It's an older woman who opens up to the beauty within and sees that God is within, sees that universal power, universal beauty is eternally hers, but she's got to find it, and it's knocking on her door. So, beautiful degree. I hope you have a lovely day. That's what I have for you today. And until next time, take care. Leave a comment if any of these symbols speak to you specifically. Check out these gemstones, and I will see you in the next video.